Hey everyone, I had some requests to do one of my old Yoga Lattes videos, which is a little bit of kind of a vinyasa, getting your blood flowing in the beginning with some quick movements with yoga, and then doing a little bit of core work. So we have a little bit of time now. I was gonna offer just kind of a quick introduction to this class and just for something to do today to get the blood pumping. So if you wanna grab your mat and we'll get started. So we're gonna start up here at the front of our mat. We're gonna have our feet about hips width apart, sitting nice and tall, grounding through all four corners of our feet on the mat, lifting tall with our inhale, rolling our shoulders back and down on our exhale. So we're imagining an invisible string pulling from the crown of our head, lifting us taller, engaging through our core, slightly tucking our tailbone, finding that neutral pelvis here. As we inhale, let's lift our hands up over our head. As we exhale, a slight back bend, opening our heart. Inhale, reaching tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Folding forward with a flat back, hinging at the hip, reaching down towards the floor. Inhaling, flat back, gazing slightly forward. And exhale, reaching down. On our inhale, we'll step back to our plank position. And as we exhale, we can stay up on our toes or drop down to our knees for chaturanga, keeping those elbows close to our ribs. Inhale, upward dog. We can stay halfway up, or we can extend fully into the pose, depending on where our back feels today. And exhale, back to our downward dog, lifting our hips, driving our heels to the floor. We're gonna hold in downward dog for a few moments, maybe taking some time to pedal our heels, really stretching through our legs. Keeping a long spine, tailbone is lifting, our ears are between our biceps. And easing both of our heels back, really deepening our pose. On our next inhale, stepping forward to our hands. Exhale, folding forward. Inhaling, flat back, gaze forward. Exhale, reaching down. Inhale, reaching to the sky. Exhale, slight back bend. Inhale, tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Hinging forward, folding down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, reach the floor. Inhale, back to plank. And exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, step that right foot forward to our hands. Finding our balance here in runner's lunge. We'll keep our hands on the floor for some support. Really lengthening through that back leg. Urging that back heel towards the floor. We're feeling that stretch in our left hip flexor. When we feel good here, inhale, reaching up tall towards the sky. Taking a few breaths here in our crescent lunge, finding that balance, keeping a nice bend in our front knee. Exhale, reaching down. Inhale, let's step that foot back to downward dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. On our next inhale, step that left foot forward to our hands. Finding our runner's lunge. Lengthening our right leg, urging that heel back. Stretching our hip flexor. Taking some breaths here. When we're ready, inhaling our arms up overhead. Crescent lunge. Keeping that 90-degree bend in our front leg. Just finding our breath here, finding our strength and our center. Awesome. Exhale our hands back down to the floor. Inhale. Step back to our downward dog. Exhale, lean into our stretch. Inhale, we're going to drop down to our knees. We're going to bring our knees about the width of our mat. We're going to sit back in child's pose. So bringing our hips back to our heels, Stretching our hands in front of us, our head comes down to the mat. Just taking a few deep restorative breaths in our child's pose. And from here, coming back up to all fours. So our knees are under our hips, our wrists are under our shoulders. We'll take a few cat-cows here. So as we inhale, dropping the belly down, lifting the head and hips, arching our spine. And as we exhale, rounding our spine, belly button pressing up to our spine, each vertebrae lifting, separating, rounding our back in cat position. Inhale, arch, gazing up. Exhale, rounding, creating space through each part of our spine from our tailbone up through our cervical spine. And at our own pace with a few breaths here, alternating cat-cow. Honoring the spots in our spine that maybe feel stuck, that need some more movement. Awesome, we're gonna find a neutral spine here. So here's where a little bit of our Pilates comes in today. So we're gonna keep our right and left hand on the floor. We're gonna keep our right knee on the floor. We're gonna keep a bend in our left leg, lifting it up 90 degrees. And we're gonna do little pulses here, up to the sky. So I have a flowy shirt on, you can't really see, but we're gonna keep our neutral spine. We're gonna keep our belly button pulled in to have a strong core. We're gonna work with our breath here. So this is creating some strength in our lower back, in our glutes, in our hips. So we're incorporating these moves from Pilates that give us core strength and flexibility. And lowering down, switching sides, right leg up, keeping that bend, and pulsing. Try not to let that back arch. It's hard when we start to get tired and fatigued, our core muscles try to rely on a sagging back, but we want to keep that core strong. Neutral spine. Beautiful. Lowering down. And we're going to push back to our child's pose here on our exhale. On our inhale, shifting forward, kneeling plank, exhale, lowering down. Inhale, pushing back up. Exhale into child's pose. This is going to warm up through our triceps. We're going to move with our breath, flowing here. Tricep push-ups, back to child's pose. Really building heat in our body. Waking up our energy centers. Being in touch with our breath, letting our breath ground us in the moment. Creating fire, creating some good energy to lead us through our day. Energize us through that afternoon slump. Very good. We're going to roll over onto our backs. And it's just a quick little workout just to give us a little bit of an ignition. Sometimes around this time of day we start to slump. Our energy gets a little low. This will help us power through that last half of our day. So laying flat on our back here, we're going to find neutral spine. So we don't want to be able to fit our whole hand under our spine, but we also don't want it plastered completely on the mat. We want a neutral tuck of our pelvis, so maybe 1 or 2 fingers could fit under our lower back here. We're going to rest our hands on the mat. Bring both legs up straight here. Awesome. Maybe point and flex those feet a few times. So just really working on engaging and waking up our feet, our toes, our ankles, and our legs. Beautiful. We're going to bend our right knee in. Left leg extends just about 45 degrees. We can stay here and begin to alternate our legs if it feels good for us, if that's hard enough. If we want a little more of a challenge, we're going to engage our core, lift our head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat, and as we pull an opposite leg, this leg can come down a little bit further than that 45 degrees. So we have a lot of ways to make this a little easier or a little bit more challenging, just depending on what you need today. Taking a few breaths here, breathing with the movement. I'm just gonna do a few of these. We're just kind of working on waking up different parts of our body, activating our core. Pulling both legs in. Taking a moment to rock back and forth, massaging our spine. Extend our left leg out, right leg comes up nice and straight. Hands on the floor for support. We're going to do some little circles over, across, down, out, and up. So circles across, down, out, and up. The goal here is that our hips stay grounded and anchored into the floor. So that takes a lot of work from the front of our core and the back of our core and the outsides of our hips. If we need help with that, our hands are on the mat next to our hips, or maybe our hands are on our hips. And then we're going to switch directions with that leg out, down, cross, and up. Out, down, cross, and up. Big circles. Awesome. Hugging that knee to our chest. Hugging other knee in. And switching sides. Right leg out, left leg up tall. Again, grounding those hips, neutral spine, bringing our core in. Crossing over, big circle, coming down, out, and up. Cross, down, circling out and up. So really engaging through our core muscles. We should be feeling a little bit of, work going on in our core. We don't want it to be painful, but we want to be challenging ourselves. You might want to do smaller circles if we're just starting out, or larger circles for that challenge. And we'll switch directions here. Awesome. Hug that knee in. Hugging both knees, rock back and forth. Awesome. Kind of drop those legs down. Take a moment to come into our bridge. So our heels are close to our glutes. Engage through our core. Engage our glutes. Lift up. We're going to feel a nice stretch here. So we're expanding a little bit through the fronts of our hip flexors. We're feeling our ribs open. We want the pressure to be more on our shoulders, not our neck. Taking a few breaths here, really lifting those hips as high as they'll go. Lowering down. And again, let's hug those knees in. One more big hug. Just thanking our body for supporting us in our practice today. All right, we'll roll on our side. Come up to a nice comfortable cross-legged position. Taking a moment for our breath. Having some gratitude, thanking ourselves for our practice, thanking ourselves for taking the time out just to honor our bodies, thanking our bodies for supporting us, and resolving to take that energy for the rest of our day and carry that positivity and newfound energy with us just to get us through powering through the last bit of our workday or our day at home. We can do a couple more moments of silent meditation if you prefer at home. I have to get to my next couple of clients, but I just wanted to jump on and do something, get my energy up, get your energy up. So thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste. Definitely reach out if you have any other questions. And until then, I'll post some more videos in a couple days. We'll do some more yoga together. Have a great day.